Welcome to Wisdom Ones. I'm so glad you're here today, ready to take a deeper dive into something incredibly powerful. This journey we're about to embark on isn't for everyone, but for those of you who are ready to awaken to your true self, it's going to be life-changing. This is for those who feel the call, the ones who know there's more to life than just going through the motions, following the rules, and playing the game everyone else is playing. Today, we're going to talk about what truly happens when you awaken to your true identity, when you strip away the layers that were never really you and embrace the raw truth of who you are. Now, before we dive into all of this, I have a small request from you. Please, take a moment to comment power down below if you're feeling the energy of this message, and don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom One so you can stay connected with everything that's about to unfold. There's a reason you're here today. And this journey is just beginning. When you awaken to your true identity, it's like the entire world around you starts to lose its grip. Suddenly, the reality you once accepted as truth begins to feel less like reality and more like a carefully constructed illusion. Things that used to matter, society's rules, the expectations placed on you by others, the goals you thought you needed to achieve, start to look insignificant. You begin to see the world as it really is, raw and unfiltered. It's not an easy thing to go through. In fact, it can be incredibly disorienting. Imagine, for a moment, standing in a place where everything you've known begins to fall apart, where the ground beneath your feet seems to vanish. That's the feeling you get when you realize that much of what you took for granted, from routines to beliefs to labels, is nothing more than a distraction. Most people live their entire lives without ever discovering the truth about themselves. They follow the rules, chase the goals, accumulate things, but they never question whether these things are what they truly want. But when you wake up, you see that all of that was just keeping you away from the incredible power that resides within you. You can no longer go back to the life you once lived because you've seen the truth. And the truth is that you are capable of reshaping everything around you. This moment of awakening, though, can make you feel like an outsider. You begin to feel disconnected, like you no longer fit into the boxes people want to put you in. And those around you start to notice too. Some may feel threatened by your change, as if your very presence challenges the illusions they've been holding on to. You might even see people laughing nervously or trying to pull you back into the comfort of old ways. But once you've seen the truth, you can't unsee it. You can't go back to being the person you once were. Now, you might experience isolation. At first, it feels painful. It feels like a void. People you once called friends, family members, colleagues, none of them seem to understand you anymore. Conversations start to feel empty, and the relationships that once defined you begin to fade away. It's a lonely place to be, but it's also where your true strength begins to grow. In this solitude, you find clarity. You can no longer be influenced by the opinions of others or by the expectations of society. You begin to hear your own voice for the first time. And in that voice is the power to build a life that is truly yours. You start to realize that everything you thought defined you, the relationships, the roles, the goals, were just layers placed on top of your true self. Now, without these distractions, you are forced to meet yourself to see who you really are. This transformation can be overwhelming, but it's in this solitude that you start to build a life that reflects your truth. This is where you begin to grow stronger, more resilient, and more independent. As you begin to detach from the need for external validation, you become magnetic in a way you've never been before. There's a quiet strength in you, a power that comes from facing the loneliness and not backing down. People start to notice this strength, and it draws others to you. Some will be attracted to your authenticity, your unshakable confidence, but others will resist it. They will feel threatened by your growth, by your ability to live in your truth. It's not always easy to deal with, but it's a sign that you're on the right path. Along the way, people may start to project their fears onto you. You'll notice it in the way they treat you. Subtle comments, uncomfortable silence, or perhaps even outright hostility. But here's the thing. It's not about you. It's about them. When you step into your true power, it forces others to confront their own fears, their own insecurities. Your authenticity becomes a mirror for them, reflecting parts of themselves they'd rather not face. They may accuse you of changing, of thinking you're better than they are, or of becoming someone they no longer recognize. but none of that has anything to do with you. It's about their resistance to change. And as you continue on this journey, something remarkable happens. You go through a kind of death. The person you once were, the person who lived by the rules, who defined themselves by achievements, by relationships, by what society told them to be, begins to fade away. It's not a graceful process. It's a painful, almost brutal process that strips away everything you once thought defined you. The roles you played, the labels you wore, the accomplishments you were proud of, they all start to crumble, and at first it feels like nothing. You may feel empty, as though you've lost yourself completely. But beneath the surface of that emptiness, something extraordinary begins to emerge. The real you, the raw, unfiltered version of you. It doesn't need approval. It doesn't chase validation. It doesn't fear being different. The death of the old self is painful because it means letting go of comfort, of certainty. But only through this death can the true you be reborn. It's ironic, really, because this process of dismantling everything you thought you were is what brings true freedom. Once you've let go of everything that was never really yours, you step into a life that's truly yours. You find a power within you that you never knew existed. And that power, it's magnetic. As you continue to awaken, you begin to notice something else. Time becomes precious. You start to realize just how finite it is. Every moment feels urgent, like you're running out of time to do what you're meant to do. And that urgency, it becomes your driving force. You no longer waste time on things that don't matter. You stop chasing approval, stop participating in things that don't align with your true purpose. There's no room for distractions anymore. Your life becomes focused, driven by the knowledge that every moment counts. You start making decisions faster, cutting ties more easily, and prioritizing what truly matters. It's not just motivation. It's a deep internal push that demands action. In this state, your energy becomes a force. People start to feel it. Some will be drawn to you, seeking your strength, your clarity, but others will feel threatened. They may try to pull you back into old patterns, or they may simply resist your growth. You'll need to set boundaries to protect your energy, to become discerning about who you allow into your life. This is all part of the awakening process. You are learning who to let in, who to let go of, and how to protect the power that now flows through you. This is the beginning of a new journey, a journey that will push you to your limits, challenge everything you thought you knew, and ultimately bring you into alignment with the true self you were always meant to be. It's that the path ahead isn't easy, but it's the only way to truly live. Stay with me as we explore what happens when you awaken to your true identity. As you continue to embrace your true self, there will come moments when the weight of it all feels overwhelming. There will be days when the truth you've uncovered about your own identity feels too heavy to bear, when the world around you seems unwilling to see the light that you've come to know. But understand this, your journey is not just for you. You were called to awaken, to step into this truth, not only for your own growth, but to set an example for others who are still lost in the darkness, struggling to find their way. There will be times when you feel isolated, misunderstood, and alone. You might long for the days when things were simpler, when you could just fit in, go along with the flow, and live without questioning everything. Deep within, you know that you are on a higher path, one that few will understand, and that's okay. The discomfort of being misunderstood, the fear of rejection, the loneliness, they are all part of the price you pay for living authentically. And you will find that, in the midst of all this, you will begin to realize something incredibly powerful. The true liberation that comes with standing in your truth, no matter the cost. The world wants you to conform. It wants you to fit into neat boxes, to be like everyone else. It thrives on sameness, on the easy paths that everyone else is walking. But you are not here to follow. You are here to lead. And in leading, you are bound to encounter resistance, not just from others, but from within yourself. There will be moments when the fear of rejection feels like an insurmountable wall. But the truth is, you are stronger than the fear. You are stronger than the judgment, the misconceptions, and the negativity that others may project onto you. You have been chosen for this path because you are capable of holding your ground, no matter how difficult it may seem. And as you continue on this journey, you will notice something incredible. The people who are meant to be in your life will start to show up. They may not come in the ways you expect, but these are the people who see you for who you truly are. They are the ones who will support you in your growth, who will challenge you, and who will hold space for your truth. They will understand the depth of your soul and recognize the brilliance in your authenticity. These relationships will not always be easy, but they will be real, and they will be worth it. But it's not just about the relationships you cultivate. This journey is about your relationship with yourself. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing the person you've always been meant to be. It's about recognizing your own strength, your own brilliance, and your own values. You are worthy of the love and respect you seek from others. But more importantly, you are worthy of the love and respect you give yourself. This is not a journey to be taken lightly. It's one that will test you, that will make you question everything you thought you knew. But in the end, it will lead you to the most powerful version of yourself, the one who is not afraid to stand in their truth, to speak their truth, and to live their truth. You will find that the more you embrace your authentic self, the more your life will shift. You will attract people, experiences, and opportunities that are in alignment with your soul's purpose, and you will begin to see the world in a new way, a way that reflects the clarity and wisdom that comes with awakening. The illusions that once held power over you will begin to fade, and you will realize that the truth was always within you. It was just waiting for you to awaken to it. As you move forward, there will be moments of doubt, moments when you question whether you're doing the right thing, whether you're on the right path. But remember, your path is yours alone to walk. No one else can walk it for you, and no one else can define your truth. It's yours and yours alone. Trust in it. Trust in the process. Trust in the timing of your journey. Trust that every step you take, no matter how small or uncertain, is leading you closer to the life you are meant to live. The world may not always be ready for the truth that you carry, but that's not your problem. Your responsibility is to stay true to yourself, to honor your authenticity, and to continue walking your path, even when the road gets tough. And when you do, you will find that the universe has a way of opening doors for you, of showing you the way even when it seems unclear. There is a power in your authenticity. There is a strength in your vulnerability, and there is an undeniable truth in the path you're on. You are a disruptor, a changemaker, a force to be reckoned with. Your awakening is not just for you. It is for the world. It is for those who are still asleep, still stuck in the illusions of their own minds. And when you live in your truth, you not only empower yourself, but you empower others to do the same. So, as you continue this journey, hold your head high. Stand firm in your truth, even when the world doesn't understand, because you are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to be understood by those who need your message, by those whose souls are ready to hear what you have to say. You are here to break the chains of conformity and show the world that there is another way to live, another way to be, another way to see. And if you've resonated with this message, if you feel the power of your own awakening, I invite you to be part of this community. Comment power below and subscribe to Wisdom Ones. Join us as we continue to explore the depths of our true selves, as we challenge the status quo, and as we inspire each other to live authentically, unapologetically, and powerfully. Because together, we can change the world. In the vast expanse of human experience, the awakening to your true self is a powerful and often difficult journey, one that demands courage, introspection, and the willingness to face uncomfortable truths. The awakening isn't something that happens in an instant, but rather unfolds gradually, like the opening of a flower that has been waiting in the darkness of the soil, hidden from view until the perfect moment. This process of revelation doesn't simply make you more aware of the world around you, but also challenges everything you thought you knew about yourself, your purpose, and the role you play in the grand scheme of things. As you begin to shed the layers of conditioning, expectations, and societal norms, you start to see with clarity, and what you see may not always be easy to accept. This awakening brings with it a stark awareness of the illusions that govern society. The narratives that have been passed down through generations suddenly lose their weight, their influence over you. What was once deemed important may begin to feel irrelevant. The expectations placed upon you by others can feel like heavy chains holding you in place, stifling your true potential. The more you awaken, the more you realize that these external influences are not yours to carry. The roles you've been expected to play are not your own. You are not here to conform to the world's standards of success, happiness, or achievement. You are here to discover who you truly are, without the mask, without the pretense, without the roles that others have cast upon you. As you step into your true power, there is a shift, a deep internal shift that begins to reflect in every aspect of your life. Your relationships change. The people around you either rise to meet the authentic version of you or fall away. This process of filtering out those who no longer align with your true self can feel lonely and painful at times. But it is through this solitude that you begin to rediscover the strength that lies within. You learn that you are not defined by the people who surround you, but rather by the essence of who you are at your core. This realization gives you the freedom to let go of toxic relationships, people who only sought to benefit from your energy without offering anything in return. And as those connections fade, you make space for new ones that reflect the true you, relationships built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. These connections are sacred, for they align with your most authentic self. The discomfort of awakening is not just external but internal as well. You may find yourself questioning everything about your life, your job, your goals, your desires. The dreams you once held dear might begin to feel outdated, no longer in sync with who you are becoming. This can be disorienting, as it feels like everything you thought you knew about yourself is unraveling. Yet, it is this unraveling that creates the space for your true self to emerge. The illusion of who you thought you were falls away, and in its place is a deeper understanding of your soul's purpose. It may not always be clear at first, but with time, the path reveals itself. The more you embrace your authentic self, the more your inner vision becomes sharp, guiding you toward the life that was always meant for you. Rest and sleep, once a time for relaxation and rejuvenation, become distorted realities. The weight of the awakening is felt even in your physical body. You may find it difficult to sleep, your mind constantly racing with new insights, ideas, and revelations that demand attention. This sleeplessness is not a burden, but a sign of the immense transformation taking place within you. Your soul is awake, vibrating with the new knowledge and awareness you are receiving. It's as if the universe itself is communicating with you, pushing you toward the next step in your journey. You may find solace in journaling your thoughts or meditating before bed, but the very essence of your being refuses to rest until it has fully processed what is being revealed. And in this restless state, you begin to realize that true rest isn't just about physical sleep. It's about the integration of all the new information, emotions, and shifts taking place within you. It's about allowing yourself to process the transformation and find moments of quiet amid the chaos. There is an undeniable power in this process, a power that comes not from external validation or recognition, but from the inner knowing that you are living your truth. It takes strength to embrace your authenticity, to speak your truth even when it makes others uncomfortable. As you begin to strip away the layers of falsehoods and illusions, you step into a role of leadership, not of others, but of yourself. You become the example of what it looks like to live unapologetically, to be true to yourself, even in the face of rejection and misunderstanding. And though this path can be isolating at times, you begin to realize that the strength to walk this path lies not in the number of people around you, but in the depth of your own resolve. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It is a path marked by moments of deep introspection, by uncomfortable realizations, by the courage to face the parts of yourself that have been hidden for too long. But it is through this process that you find your true power, the power that comes from living a life that is aligned with your soul's deepest desires. This power is not something that can be taken from you. It cannot be dimmed or suppressed by the opinions or judgments of others. It is an unshakable knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do. As you continue to awaken, the world around you may not immediately change. People may resist the changes they see in you, and there will be those who try to push you back into the mold that they have created for you. But the beauty of awakening is that you no longer fit into those molds. You no longer conform to the limitations placed upon you by society, by others, or even by your past self. You begin to see that you are not confined to the roles that others have assigned to you. You are limitless. And with that realization comes the power to create a life that reflects your true self. You no longer have to ask for permission to live authentically. You no longer have to seek approval from others. You are your own authority, your own guide, and your own source of power. The journey of awakening is rarely a smooth one, and it is seldom comfortable. It demands that you confront aspects of yourself that you might prefer to keep hidden, and it challenges the very foundation of everything you thought you knew about who you are and what you should be. It is through this discomfort, however, that true growth takes place. Just as a muscle must experience strain and resistance in order to grow stronger, so too does your spirit require these moments of tension and challenge to expand. Without discomfort, there is little opportunity for development, and without development, there is no real progress toward your highest self. As you move along the path of awakening, you will begin to peel back the layers of falsehoods and illusions that have been built over time, layer by layer, in an effort to protect yourself from the truth of who you are. These layers may have been necessary at some point in your life for survival, but they are no longer needed in your present state. Each layer represents a fear, a belief, or an expectation that has been placed upon you by others or by your past self. The process of unveiling yourself is a process of facing these fears head-on, unmasking the lies that have kept you from your true potential. And while this process may be uncomfortable, it is essential for the transformation you seek. In this journey, discomfort is a natural and inevitable part of the process. It is not something to be avoided or feared, but rather something to be embraced as part of the transformation. The discomfort you feel is actually the catalyst for change. It is a sign that you are pushing through the boundaries of what you once knew and are moving into the unknown, a space where real growth can happen. It is in this space that you will discover the power that lies dormant within you, the power that comes from living authentically and unapologetically. As you embrace discomfort, you will find that it becomes less of a burden and more of an ally, guiding you toward the person you were always meant to be. The fire of discomfort is not meant to break you. It is meant to refine you. Just as gold is purified through fire, your soul is being purified and strengthened through the trials and challenges you face. These moments of difficulty are not here to destroy you, but to transform you into something more resilient, more whole, and more connected to your true self. As you continue on this path of awakening, remember that each moment of discomfort brings you closer to your true freedom, the freedom to be who you were always meant to be. There may be times in your journey when you feel utterly alone, as if the path ahead is shrouded in fog, uncertain and impossible to navigate. The weight of your transformation may feel heavy, and it can seem as though you are the only one struggling through the process of awakening. These moments can be incredibly isolating, and it's easy to question if you're on the right path, if your efforts are in vain, or if the challenges you face are too much to bear. But it is precisely in these moments of darkness and doubt that you must remember the truth. You are never truly alone. Your journey of awakening is not one that is walked in isolation, despite how it may feel at times. You are part of a much larger collective, a vast network of souls who are also walking their own paths of self-discovery, each facing their own unique struggles, yet bound together by the same universal truth. Every individual, in their own way, is awakening to their true self, breaking free from the constraints of illusion and the expectations of others. While your experiences may be personal and your path may feel uniquely yours, there are countless others who are also navigating this same journey, experiencing similar doubts, challenges, and triumphs along the way. As you continue to awaken, you will begin to realize that you are not only part of this collective, but that you will attract those who resonate with your truth. The people you encounter will not be random. They will be drawn to you because of the energy you put out into the world. You will begin to attract those who support your journey, who understand the struggles you face, and who are aligned with your path. These are the souls who will walk with you through the trials, offering their support, encouragement, and love when you need it. They will remind you that even when you feel lost or overwhelmed, there are those who believe in you, who see your light, and who are walking beside you every step of the way. It is through these connections, these relationships built on shared truth and mutual understanding, that you will find the strength to continue moving forward. You will no longer feel as though you are walking this path in isolation, but rather as part of a larger, interconnected community of souls who are committed to their own awakening as well. These connections will not only help you to remember that you are not alone, but they will also remind you that the process of awakening, while at times challenging, is ultimately a shared experience that unites us all. As you attract people who are aligned with your journey, you will find that these relationships become invaluable sources of support. They will help you navigate the difficult moments, offering wisdom, perspective, and love when you need it most. In turn, you will also become a source of support for others, offering guidance and encouragement on their own paths of awakening. It is in this mutual exchange of energy and wisdom that you will experience the true power of the collective, a force that transcends individual struggles and connects all souls on their shared journey toward truth, authenticity, and freedom. So, whenever you feel overwhelmed by the weight of your journey, when the path ahead seems unclear, and when loneliness threatens to consume you, remember that you are not alone. You are part of a vast, interconnected network of souls, all walking their own unique paths of awakening. And as you continue on this path, you will attract the people and experiences that will guide, support, and walk with you through the fire. Keep trusting, keep awakening, and know that you are always surrounded by those who share in your journey. The journey to your true self is the most powerful journey you will ever take. It is a journey that requires you to face the darkness within, to confront your fears and limitations, and to rise above them. It is a journey that demands that you let go of everything you thought you knew and embrace the unknown. But it is also a journey that leads you to your true power, the power that comes from living authentically, unapologetically, and in alignment with your deepest desires. This is your journey, and it is one worth taking. If you resonate with this message and feel that this journey is yours, I invite you to comment power below and subscribe to the Wisdom Ones channel. Together, we will continue to walk this path of self-discovery, awakening, and transformation. As we navigate this extraordinary journey, we will continue to challenge the status quo, embrace our true selves, and inspire others to do the same. Together, we are creating a world where authenticity, truth, and power are no longer seen as threats, but as the foundation of a new, more conscious reality.